The problem I have is, as a straight heterosexual woman who's attracted to straight heterosexual men and would like to experience a romantic heterosexual relationship with a man, but has never had the opportunity to do so.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here, and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. Today's video I feel like this is a video everybody should join into the conversation, because it's a very important video and I love this conversation so much. There's so much to be said in this video. Okay, so this video is a video of a lady who came online to talk about how women, people generally, or how she as a person, she craves so much for a romantic relationship, but it's not possible because of the type of climate we live in. And she went on to talk about how she understands the idea of desensitizing men and all that, but deep down she has always craved for that romantic relationship, that having that man in her life. But with the type of climate, it's almost impossible, and with the type of body she have that is not socially acceptable or socially fit as attractive, it's really hard, and that hurts. And she went on to really break down a whole lot of things and made a whole lot of points that has struck a big conversation. Okay, and I find this conversation very interesting. Anyway, guys, let's go hear what she has to say. Okay, then I'll come back and share my thoughts. So let's just go. Okay.
Trust me when I say this. I know where the girls are coming from when they say to decenter men, and that men are corpses, and that you shouldn't put any value into what men think of you or how they treat you, because they're dogs most of the time. Okay? I get that and I understand it. The problem I have is, as a straight heterosexual woman who's attracted to straight heterosexual men and would like to experience a romantic heterosexual relationship with a man, but has never had the opportunity to do so, it makes it hard to really accomplish that. And on top of that, I am force-fed content on and offline on a daily basis, seeing women who are truly valued and treated well by the men in their lives. And that makes me physically ill some of the time. Like, having content shoved down my throat of how some women are treated by the men in their lives and how valued they actually are, and knowing that no man in my life has ever actually liked me, like at all, and has never valued me literally at all. It kind of does something to the psyche and your self-worth and your self-esteem, no matter how much self-confidence you have, you know? And my self-confidence and my journey with that has been a journey, you know? And I'm the most confident I've ever been in my life, so I don't really put up or accept men who treat me like dog shit anymore. But then that just leaves me having no interactions with men at all. I don't think people really understand it unless they've been in this exact position themselves. And also the fact that my connection has to come from friends and family, whereas those friends and family already have partners, and then they get their connection from them, and then I get the leftovers, and that feels really fucking good also. Literally no amount of self-love will replace what a romantic relationship can do for people. That's an inconvenient, sad truth that I feel like no one on this app really wants to accept. They just want to shove self-love down your throat and individualism down your throat until you are so sick and tired of it that you come on this app, like I'm doing right now, and ranting about it. I just would love for a man to see me as the person that I really am, rather than what I can provide for him. Because I realize that's why a lot of women are in romantic relationships and partnerships with men, is that they have this currency that they can provide for men, this social status. And because I'm not skinny, I can't give that to them. So they don't take the time to see me as a real person and to get to know me as a real person. If I were to lose 150 pounds, then they would actually get to see me as a real person and they would get to know me as the person. But guess what? I'd be still the same person. I'm still me. I wouldn't change. Only my body would. But then automatically that gives them value. That gives them social currency. Even though I didn't change. In here I didn't change. Just my body did. And so many women do that. And they go through that just so that they are valued. And how sad is that? How sad is that? But that's just how the world is. That's just, you got to play the game. Okay.
Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about these conversations down in the comment section. Love to know what you think about everything the sister said. Do you agree with it? Do you see a point of view? Go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. This video has gotten a lot of people talking. A lot of people are giving their opinion on this video. Like, so much. I had to cut down on the stage because there were so many stages on people sharing their opinions. Anyway, I have a couple of things I need to say. So like I said, go down and share yours. I'll share mine at the end of this video as usual. But let's go hear what other people have to say. Then I'll come back and share my own thoughts.
On and offline on a daily basis, seeing women who are truly valued and treated.
But can we talk about it a little bit? I'm gonna make 7 disclaimers and I'm gonna emphasize them because y'all just don't be hearing me sometimes. My men get paid, put yourself first, don't date if you're insecure mentality came from all of the because I refuse to ever lower my standards. Stay with me here. Stay with me and not get what I want and put myself last ever again. I had that video blow up like last month about spicily making fun of men back in the day and how that was, easy money. But that's not my personal life, right? In my personal life, I still want a romantic relationship. It's just that the world treats women who look like me like dog shit. And so you see like everybody around you getting in relationships and getting treated how you want to get treated. And that's not happening for you. And in my experience and what I wish, but when you're young, you're young. But what I wish younger me would have realized is that the pain of lowering your standards is always going to hurt more than the pain of being alone because you refuse to lower your standards. I understand because I've been there where you're like, that can't possibly be if only someone would just show me love and affection. Dating when you are in a bad place and lowering your standards is going to you over every single time. But it's so painful because it's like all around me, people are going on dates so easily. And it's with people that they're attracted to, people who have genuine intentions, and people who they're actually compatible with. To get all 3 of those, if you exist in a non-traditionally attractive body, it's hard. Like, let's cut right here. It's hard. Like, you'll have in your head, or at least I did. And I had a therapist, most honest therapist, I'm gonna find him. We're gonna do an interview. He probably can't do that. Anyway, I was like, oh, well, when I get out of college, because my undergrad was very white. So I was like, well, once I get out of undergrad, it's gonna be easy for me to date. This is what I told him. This therapist, he was a white, traditionally attractive male. I think he was queer. I don't know for certain. He was like, do you think it's gonna be easier? Basically saying that it wouldn't be because I'm dark skinned, I'm neurodivergent, I'm plus size, I'm tall. It's harder. And please don't litter the comments with, but you're so beautiful. In my brain, I'm the most attractive person on this planet. I literally dance in front of the mirror just looking at myself because I think I'm the most beautiful person. But I can't make the world see that. As I go about my health journey, it's infuriating to see me being treated better. I'm not gonna lie, traumatized part of my brain wants to rob everybody. It wants to break everybody's hearts. It wants to make everybody cry in the corner. And that's going to take a lot of therapizing myself, because that's not a good mentality to have, and I know that. But you don't know the pain of being seen as unattractive in this world until you experience it. But yes, being in this day and age where it's sprinkle, sprinkle, you pay me, but also the beauty standards are higher than ever, maybe it'll do something to your mental if you let it. And I'm trying to tell you, do not let it. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Know where the girls are coming from when they say to decenter men, and that men feel.
Okay, firstly, watch her video, because I have felt this way my entire life. And basically what she's talking about is just how in this world that we live in, love, romantic love, is such an important thing that people experience. And when you grow up a certain way and you look a certain way, you don't get to experience that. And by not experiencing that, it changes your psyche. And I have said this so many times, but like, I didn't grow up with male attention. And I feel like that genuinely changes something in your brain. And I think I even catch myself all the time. I am happy independent and I am happy on my own, but I think that there's almost a part of me that's like, well, you have to be, because you have to do that, because that's not something that's going to happen or has happened for me. And truly every single part that she's talking about in that video, I relate so heavily to. But I think that something even bigger that I've struggled with for so long is just wondering why I feel so unhappy often. I'm not saying that having a partner is what would create the happiness. I think it's the fact that I'm aware that these things that she's talking about in that video are forever going to be something that I deal with and lots of women deal with. And I think I struggle already to like this world, simulation, whatever, that we all are doing. And I struggle to find the purpose often. And hearing her talk about that, it like almost clicked something where it's like, do I forever feel this way because of these circumstances? Do I struggle to find purpose because the purpose of humankind is for connection? And yes, overall I am fine in the same way that she is fine. But I think it's one of those things that entire thought process of that video goes through my mind at least 3 to 4 times a week. That is my Roman Empire.
Amount of self-love will replace what a romantic.
Controversial opinion, but is that why a lot of fat women are lesbians? Definitely go watch this creator's video. She talks about how being a fat woman, you never really get romantic attraction or companionship from men, and it freaking sucks, because especially if you're heterosexual like her, where else are you supposed to go? People tell you to love yourself, but that's not enough sometimes. And in all of my 26 years of life, even though I have had entanglements with men, I've never once had a romantic emotional connection with a man. I feel like they want me for my body, but never really for me. And I feel like that can like mess you up like mentally in the head. And I'm not saying I prefer women because I don't get attention from men, but I feel like if a group is not appreciated somewhere, they're going to go where they are. And in the queer community, I notice large amounts of people with large bodies or like being differently able, people who aren't normally accepted in like society. I am a Texan woman and I was raised Christian. And if you have a Southern family, you might have heard, if you're a queer, oh, you haven't found the right man yet. Or, you're confused, stop blocking your blessings, XYZ. I feel like my entire life, my family just thought that like I was not giving men a chance. I was like, no, they legit just like don't want me. Like, why am I going to go somewhere I'm not wanted? And I don't know about y'all, but especially as a fat woman, like women have always treated me better than men have. So maybe the solution.
I don't know what.
Literally, no amount of self-love will replace what a romantic relationship can do for people.
Absolutely. That's some of the realest shit ever. Her whole video is fire, by the way. I will tag her so y'all can go watch it. But yeah, self-care is great. Being confident and secure with yourself is amazing. Everybody should have that, right? But no amount of any of that is going to replace romantic love or intimacy with another person. It won't. They're two completely different things. They scratch two completely different parts of your brain. And one of the big problems with social media in regards to this topic, love, romance, dating, is that if you seek and desire that, you're almost shamed, not almost, you are shamed for that and looked at as like weak or less than. And she kind of touches on that topic as well in her video, that she'll see so many videos of female creators bashing men and don't date men, men are this, men are that. As a guy, I see it all the time with men too. Don't date women, women are this, women are that. Focus on yourself. And listen, if you have a negative experience with dating and a negative experience with the opposite gender, obviously you're not going to be happy with either of those. But pushing out blanket statements like that onto everybody gets dangerous real quick, because one, it comes from a place of privilege. If you're able to casually date, and by casually date, I don't mean date around, I mean that dating and romance, it just comes naturally to you. Okay, you might have problems with dating and who you're dating, but in terms of acquiring a relationship, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, an intimate moment, that's always at your disposal. It's never an issue to have that. If you fall into that category, which is majority of creators on this app that talk about dating and romance, right? You come from a place of privilege, because there is a silent majority of people, especially in the younger generation, who struggle with like social anxiety more than ever, who have literally never had a single intimate moment in their life. And I'm not talking about like 14-year-olds, I'm talking about like 24-year-olds. And actually, I want to make a separate video on this topic, because I think we are going to see the effects of that 10, 20 years from now, of an entire generation who severely lacks intimacy going into adulthood. And anybody who falls into that silent majority category will also tell you that that does severe damage on you. Having no intimacy in your life, it affects your psyche, how you form relationships and friendships with people. And I think this is an issue that just needs to be addressed more and not swept under the rug with self-love and self-care, because I promise you that that will not help or solve the issues of people that lack romance and love in their life. Filming this in post here, but I just had this thought, right? People that are easily able to date, have been in multiple relationships, telling people that are not easily able to date, have not been in a relationship, that are seeking intimacy and relationships, that they shouldn't do that and they shouldn't desire that, is the same energy as a wealthy person telling a poor person money doesn't buy happiness.
Like that cut in that place. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we are allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So go ahead and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this, okay? But please be respectful. So here's my thought on this. For me, I feel like it's very ironical, like in the US, bigger girls are seen as non-attractive, while skinny girls are. Why in my society, even though it's kind of changing now, but back then when I was a young woman in my 20s, it was the other way around. People were more attracted to big girls, thick girls than skinny girls like myself. And I feel like in that aspect, I kind of relate to what the creator, the original creator, was saying about how what society deems attractive sometimes can mess up with your psychic and even with your self-confidence, no matter how much confidence you have. I kind of agree with that, because it was something I experienced as a young woman in my 20s, because men were naturally not attracted to me because I was very, very petite. Like, you guys can see it now. And for me, that really affected a whole lot of my self-confidence, that made me felt like, oh, if a man even say hello, hi, you just be like, okay, why is this one saying hi to me? Obviously, they are not attracted to me because I am not the typical attractive type of person. Growing up, I've never seen myself, or growing up before now, I don't see myself as an attractive woman. I don't. So when some people say, oh, you're attractive, I'm just like, okay, no, because that was not what society deemed fit as attractive. But now I look in the mirror and I'm so blessed with my body and the fact that I am very petite. I think that's the most amazing thing that I love about myself and my body now, is the fact that I am so petite and I don't look my age. I am pretty, I look timeless. I love that about me. But growing up in my 20s, it was something that affected me. Okay, so that's the one about the body image. Let's get into the romantic love thing too that she talked about. I feel like as human beings, we naturally crave to have a companion. We naturally crave to have like a family, a strong unit that hold us down, that love us, regardless of who we are, what we are. I feel like as human, that's what naturally we are. But the way society and the way a lot of ideology has been passed on, which has led into the cycle and the trickle down of women desensitizing men, is that even though as much as a lot of us women, like tell me if I'm wrong. I know I'm speaking, I'm kind of training, but a lot of us women, may not be all, but a lot of us women really, really crave that romantic relationship connection with men, especially a straight woman. We crave it. Like, we want that romantic relationship with men and all that, that connection. You get it? And the way we've seen how the dating and even being in a relationship has been, it has been shown that now women are now very self-conscious to, like, you know what, a lot of us women are putting a lot into a relationship, into that connection, more than what the man is. And that has made a lot, some women, not a lot, not a lot, some women has kind of hold back. You're like, why should I be giving so much, right? This person I am so craving to have this connection be with is not pouring as much as I am for my own cup. So why would I even do that? Why don't I go into the place where I love myself, I'm with myself, that's where the whole desensitizing man comes from. The whole, oh, I'm independent, I'm not in a relationship, I'm single, but I'm happy. But I know deep down inside of us as humans, let me speak for as humans, we crave for that connection, whether we like it or not. We've seen men talk about how they're lonely. We've seen women talk about how they're lonely. I did a video about a young lady that came online and was crying how she really wants a partner, but she doesn't know and all that. We want it. But the thing is that one thing I would say, just like one of the creators said, is that as much as we crave it, and that's what I feel like naturally as human, that's what we are, to build connection, don't settle for less. Don't lower your standard for that, including when it even comes to friendship and relationship. I also find out that some people, because of that, really crave for connection and being with someone. Even they don't get it in a romantic partner, sometimes in friendship they even settle. They settle for friendship that is not serving them. They settle for friendship that is not working for them. But just because they crave that community, they crave that connection, some of them put up with a whole lot of things. And that's one thing I would say, including in relationship, friendship, even in family. Don't settle. Know your standard of what the type of people you want in your life and to support you, and be firm with it. And if somebody is not being that person to you in your life, then cut the person off. Same thing, if you're not being that person the person needs in their life, the person is allowed to cut you off, and it's fine. So I kind of get this. Like, I just feel like as humans, if we can really stop for a minute and then cut down the whole systematic and patriotic system that has been set up, an ideology that has been set up, and we can all live in our truth and in our element and be honest with ourselves. Like, if I like you, I tell you I like you. If you like me, you tell me you like me. And disconstruct a lot of the beauty standard, which has blocked a lot of people from having that connection. I'm almost talking like that sister that seems like she's talking, but she's not talking, that she's not saying anything meaningful. I hope I'm making sense with everything I'm saying, though. Like, if a lot of us, if society, we can start disconstructing what society seems as ideal and what it should be, and then we're really speaking from the heart and we're really honest about it, and say, oh, you know what, I like this person, I like your connection, I like your energy, let's spend more time together, let me do nice things for you, and all that, without expecting anything, and see if the same is reciprocated, and see if you love the connection, if you love the commitment, if you love the relationship, the friendship. I feel like if we can be honest like that with our feelings and how we feel and who we are as a person, because I feel like with the way society has set up, and it left room for people to pretend, to add, to be who they are not, to construct themselves to be who they are not. So for me, I'm just like, can we just be honest? But me, I don't know how that is even going to possible. But yeah, I feel like personally that's one of the solutions that will help us as humanity to be genuine. And if I like you, I like you. If I don't like you, I don't feel you that way. Let's just be honest rather than playing each other and straining each other along. Let us just really love from within and respect each other's boundaries, each other's lifestyle and all that. I just feel like it will help. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, guys, Please go down in the comment section and share your thought. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful. You're on this channel. We're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. Okay? So go down in the comment section and share your thought. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see and join in this conversation. And that will be you also supporting your girl. So go ahead and do that. So when you share, you give it a thumbs up, you leave a comment, you subscribe if you're not subscribed. All that helps this channel and help me. So please go ahead and do all that. With that all said, guys, I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces.